Alliance. Alliance. Alliance is a noun meaning a joining together for some common purpose. The secret alliance between Hitler and Stalin proved short-lived. Or, true welfare reform requires an alliance between government and private industry to create jobs. Now you try to say alliance. Repeat the word. Bewilder. Bewilder. Bewilder is a verb meaning to puzzle or confuse completely. The instructions in a computer manual may bewilder anyone who is not familiar with programming. And the intricate paths in a garden maze are meant to bewilder and amuse the visitor. Now you try bewilder. One more time.
Buffoon. Buffoon. Buffoon is a noun, meaning a clown or a coarse person. In Shakespeare's tragedies, there are always a few scenes with buffoons to provide comic relief. Or, a social gathering may be marred by the disruptive behavior of a buffoon. Now it's your turn. Say buffoon. And again.
Controversial. Controversial. Controversial is an adjective meaning a rousing argument, dispute, or disagreement. A referee may make a highly controversial call on a key play in a game. Also, Senate confirmation of a president's nominee for a seat on the Supreme Court may prove a controversial process. Now you say controversial. Repeat the word. Dishearten. Dishearten. Dishearten is a verb meaning to discourage. A string of bitter defeats is bound to dishearten any fighting force. Or, an athlete may be disheartened by injuries and other unexpected setbacks. Your turn. Say dishearten. Once again. Fruitless. Fruitless. Fruitless is an adjective that means not producing the desired results or unsuccessful. Negotiations for a halt in hostilities in some strife-torn part of the world may be fruitless. And your search for your missing keys may prove fruitless. Now let's hear you say fruitless. Try the word again. Hostile. Hostile. Hostile is an adjective meaning unfriendly, unfavorable, or warlike and aggressive. Lawyers for the defense may find it necessary to put a hostile witness on the stand. Or, proposals for a reform of the tax code may receive a hostile reception in some quarters of the government. Your turn. Say hostile. One more time. Inflammable. Inflammable. Inflammable is an adjective meaning easily set on fire or easily aroused. Rags stained with cleaning fluids can be highly inflammable. Also, the emotions of a crowd are sometimes inflammable. Now let's hear you say inflammable. And again. Inflict. Inflict. Inflict is a verb meaning to give or cause something unpleasant, or to impose. A severe hurricane can inflict wind and water damage hundreds of miles away from its center. And A city may inflict a heavy fine on anyone who improperly disposes of toxic chemicals. Now you say inflict. Repeat the word. Malignant. Malignant. Malignant is an adjective meaning extremely harmful or spiteful. Modern chemotherapy may shrink many malignant tumors. Or, in 1692, a malignant rumor of witchcraft led to the deaths of 19 people in Salem, Massachusetts. Now it's your turn. Say malignant. Once again. Mortify. Mortify. Mortify is a verb meaning to cause embarrassment or humiliation, or to discipline by self-denial. An adult may mortify a child by scolding him or her in front of other children. And medieval monks sought to mortify the flesh by fasting, hard labor, and prayer. Now you try the word. Say mortify. Once more. Orthodox. Orthodox. Orthodox is an adjective meaning in agreement with established beliefs or ways of doing things. In recent years, orthodox Western medical opinion has begun to take Eastern medical practices seriously. Also, the American choreographer Martha Graham created a dance technique that was radically different from orthodox ballet. Now let's hear you say orthodox. Try the word again. Procure. Procure. Procure is a verb meaning to obtain through special effort or to bring about. A recipe may call for unusual ingredients that must be procured by mail order. Or, the sponsors of a bill may lobby their legislative colleagues tirelessly to procure its passage. Now you say procure. Repeat the word. Scurry. Scurry. Scurry is a verb meaning to run quickly or hurry. Squirrels scurry from branch to branch and tree to tree with remarkable speed and sure-footedness. And, during the work week, a railroad station may be filled with commuters scurrying to catch their trains. Now it's your turn. Say scurry. And again. Sodden. Sodden. Sodden is an adjective meaning soaked with liquid, expressionless or dull, or spiritless. On a hot, humid day, even the air may feel sodden. Also, a photo may graphically depict the sodden hopelessness of refugees fleeing from the horrors of civil war. Now you say sodden. Try the word again. Spirited. Spirited. Spirited is an adjective meaning full of life and vigor or courageous. Most experienced riders prefer a spirited horse, and the spirited play of a football team may elicit cheers from the hometown crowd. Well, it's your turn now. Say spirited. One more time. Virtual. Virtual. Virtual is an adjective meaning having a certain force in fact but not in name, or so close as to be equivalent to the real thing. A corporation may be so large that it has a virtual monopoly in the marketplace. Or, the images produced by the technology of virtual reality are amazingly lifelike. Now you say virtual. Repeat the word. Void. Void. Void functions as three parts of speech. It can be used as an adjective meaning completely empty or having no legal force or effect. A particular conversation may be void of all interest. Or void can be used as a noun meaning an empty or unfilled space. Astronauts have struggled to describe the vast, mysterious void of space. And void can also be used as a verb that means to cancel or nullify. A deed or contract can be voided. Now let's hear you say void. Once more. Wayward. Wayward. Wayward is an adjective meaning disobedient and willful or unpredictable. A horse may be somewhat wayward and difficult to control. Also, the Greek playwright Sophocles wrote that of all human ills, the greatest is fortune's wayward tyranny. Now you say wayward. And again. Wince. Wince. Wince functions as two parts of speech. It can be used as a verb, meaning to draw back suddenly, as though in pain or fear. Most people wince when a doctor approaches them with a needle. Or wince can be used as a noun that means the act of drawing back in this way. A wince of fear may pass over an employee's face at the mention of possible layoffs. Well, by now you know the drill. Say wince. Once again.